Over the Garden Wall. I finally saw every episode of it. Took a while because I was busy with life and stuff, but I finally saw it. So now I'm going to talk about it. I might get into some spoilers, so just be warned. So Over the Garden Wall, it's a 10-episode miniseries that aired on Cartoon Network for a week. I forget, it was either late October or early November. And it follows the adventures of Greg and Wart, these two boys who are lost in the strange world trying to find their way home. And I really like this show. Really liked it. It probably is one of the best things I've seen on TV all year. So, the characters. I mean, this is a show very much about letting the characters breathe. And the characters we're stuck with are really enjoyable. I really enjoy Wart or Greg there. And all the characters, they're just characters I initially, when we first met them, I was like, I don't know. But I really like them. Like, Wart, you really connect with, especially in, the pre-finale episode. I really related to him. I like how he can't fit in, and it's not because he's a loser, but because he's letting all his fears, insecurities get the better of him. He could actually fit in, but he's just really insecure about himself. And I like how so much of the show is him overcoming that. I like Greg. I mean, I thought he was going to be annoying at first, but I warmed up to him. I mean, I thought it started to like his funny. I liked how innocent and naive he was, except... But, it kind of worked to trust to Greg. And I also like Beatrice. Just her whole attitude was great. I only wish she was a bit more involved in the finale, but oh well. And I also liked how the show was much more about the journey than the destination. Because, man, the ride was awesome. I loved, all the stops they were making on the way. I just sat back and enjoyed the ride. I wasn't too concerned with where they were going. And the show was really smart about how it did that, because they did this really smart thing where they don't explain who these kids are or where they come from until right before the finale. I thought that was brilliant, because doing so, it just allows us to accept. Number one, it just creates more interest. Number two, it's more tied. The first episode chronologically has more ties to the finale than. So it makes more sense to put there. Also, it just allows us to enjoy the ride, because if we know what's going on, then we might be a bit more interested in the story, whereas here we're not. And nothing against the main story, it's not bad, but it didn't go anywhere. I mean, I feel like it's one of those shows where if you're so caught up in the main story of the woodsman and the beast, you're not going to be... It's fun, because it's more about their journey than that. Because that stuff, it's not bad, I do enjoy it, but it's not as interesting as the rest of the show, and again, the whole conclusion of it isn't exactly very satisfying. In fact, I feel like it could have been fleshed out a bit more, but again, that's honestly a nitpick. I mean, the animation in this show was fucking gorgeous. I love the beautiful storybook feeling it had. I loved how tightly written it is. It's 10 episodes. It works so well as a miniseries. It's so tight. And I also like how the show is somewhat ambiguous. Now, originally when I typed up my notes, or after I saw it, I thought, oh, they just tied up all those ends. But there's actually a bit more ambiguity as to, is the world real? What is the world? There's some popular theories that the world that Wart and Greg go into is the afterlife or life after death. I mean, just the fact that what the world is kind of disturbing in general. I mean, the fact that they're literally unconscious drowning in a for this whole time just kind of makes it disturbing. Yeah, I really liked it. But yeah, overall, every stop they made was just really enjoyable. And I also love how dark the show was. It was fun and lighthearted, but it also had a fair share of dark moments. Nothing too scary, but it did have those dark touches. And originally I heard the show was much darker. I'm glad they eased up because most kids probably won't be able to watch this if it was really dark. And because, yeah, the dark moments are already dark enough. And also, it kind of allows you to do some contrast. Like, you can have these lighthearted moments that contrast to the dark moments. And I enjoy some of the lighthearted stuff. So, yeah, all the stops were good. Songs I generally thought were enjoyable. Although, standout has to be the one from Lullaby and Frogland. And the show is really good at surprising you. Like, it's just constantly just throwing twist at you. Like, from the Beast not being the Beast. The best one, the one that really got me, was when Greg makes the deal with the Ferry. Like, because in Babes in the Woods, I enjoyed that episode, and there was a part of me that was kind of annoyed at me. I mean, it was cool, but again, like, there's nothing I hate in Over the Garden Wall. But that was like one of those points I'm like, eh. Not because it was bad, but because we're like in the final stretch, and the fact that we're getting something this lighthearted and fillerly kind of bothered me. Again, it was pretty well made. It's just, part of me was like, come on. But I'm okay. But I was okay with that because it really worked in that it contrasted sharply to the ending, which, again, took me by so much surprise. Where Greg offers to go in Wart's place as the Beast's victim. And it was so unexpected because, number one, we're in a pleasant, charming place, and also it's Greg. And Greg is like this adorable, innocent little kid, so you're not expecting him to do anything like that. It's like, I know what I need to do, and you're like, oh, what? He's probably going to wish for something very simple, like to be with Ward, and then that moment when you realize what he wished for, I was like, oh! So yeah, really, really enjoyable show. I wish I had done vlogs about each individual episode, but I was really busy, and again, there's other stuff I want to vlog about, so I didn't want to get too bogged down in it. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Over the Garden Wall. It's a really good show. I'd highly recommend you check it out, and really hope everyone watching this has already seen the show, because I don't want this show ruined for you. And if you, for some reason, watch this video without watching the show first, please go watch it, because it's such an amazing show. So, what do you think of Over the Garden Wall? Please comment below and let me know. And as always, like, dislike, comment, subscribe. And stay tuned, because tomorrow we have the finale of Korra. Oh my gosh, it's insane. So I'm going to vlog about that, vlog about the finale, vlog about Season 4, vlog about the show overall. So yeah, I'm fingers crossed that they're going out on a good note. So that's all I have to say, and this is JStars360 signing out. Until next time, take care.